SMEs can prepare and position themselves for grants and loans. That's the topic. I might talk about something else, who knows. So, network versus funding. Which do you think is the most important? It's not funding again. If you think network is more important, lift up your hands. Interest. This is interesting. If you think funding is more important, so you're saying if I bring 1 million naira now and give somebody, you say, no, I want network. So how do I? Okay, so let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is Uwem, and I consider myself as an ecosystem builder. I'm very passionate about helping entrepreneurs be the best they can be, because, I mean, doing entrepreneurship or running a business in this Nigeria is not beans, right? It's not easy. Currently, I run fund operations for Ingressive Capital, which is a venture capital company in Lagos, Nigeria, Sub-Saharan Africa. And previously, I had the opportunity of actually putting together the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Programme, which I managed for about 5 years. So, on this topic, I can say that I have a bit of experience, right? Trying to figure out. So the very first thing I want you to see, no, is cash is king. Repeat after me. Why do you think I said that? Money answereth all things. We have a church goer. Any other person? Man, this guy, he said the bloodline of every business. Sounds like one Nigerian movie. So, yeah, without money, you can't do nothing. You are dead without money. I'm alive in Jesus' name. Anyways, money is very, very, very important. But before I even go into all the things I have to say, I like to say that not all money is good money. Because I offer you 1 million naira doesn't mean you should take. Just like Wally was saying earlier, the terms and conditions that come with that money is the most important thing. The fine line, that's what you should look at. Okay, so cash flow is actually a major success criteria for any business. So you see, that's why you see so many businesses raise $50 million today, and in the next 2 months, they've closed down because they've not figured out cash flow. They're not making profits. And I expect that a lot of you know the difference between revenue and profits. What's the difference between revenue and profits? So somebody says revenue, total sales. Profits, revenue minus expense. We have smart people here. Very good. Very, very good. So let's go into the nitty-gritty of why we are here. What exactly are loans and what exactly are grants? I'm going to be focusing more on business loans. And loans are basically lines of credit offered to business people, business loans, right? And they always come with interest. Anybody that says it's giving you a loan without telling you the interest terms and all, you should run. Every loan comes with interest and comes with an expected time frame for you to pay. That's why AMCON is chasing so many big men in Nigeria. There must be a time for you to pay. Now, grants, on the other hand, is money given to you for a specific purpose. But, you know, sometimes you're not asked to pay. Let me give an example. The Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Programme says take $5,000, go use it to create proof of concept for your business, go start your business. We're not going to ask you anything. Now, that's a grant. And there are so many grants that exist, different types. I'm not really going to go into the different types of grants, but I'm going to focus a bit on specific things. Now, a few things for you to note when you're chasing grants or loans. Almost all grants or loans are for existing businesses. Or, let me add a caveat, you must have an idea of the kind of business you want to do. You cannot walk up to anybody and ask for money and say, hey, I want to build the tallest skyscraper in Lagos. And we'll ask you, how? Why? And you cannot answer. Will they give you the money? Or you walk up to me and say, hey, I want to start selling 4 jackets, 4, like hairy 4 jackets in traffic. I'm going to look at you like, are you really sure you have done your homework in this hot weather that if you leave us alone, we'll probably not wear clothes? So all grants and loans are for existing businesses. If you haven't started your business, it's difficult to win a grant or a loan. Or if you don't have an idea of the business, if you have not done a proper research, you probably will not win a grant. Now, grants and loans are also given to interesting businesses. Nobody funds boring businesses. So if you come to me and say, hey, I need 2 million naira, I want to go manufacture pure water and sell it in traffic, I probably will not give you. You have to make it interesting to me. You have to sell it to me. How are you? That's why a lot of times you people come on this stage and talk about being tech-enabled. How are you using tech to scale the impact of the business you want to run? How is it interesting to me, right? So make note of that fact. If your business is not interesting in any way, if you're not selling your business in an interesting way, you probably will not get that loan or grant. So a few bit of housekeeping. Before you apply, there are a couple of things you need to know. Ask yourself, why do I need this loan or grant? I've been with a couple of people that have gotten grants and have gone to do MMM. No jokes. Carried 1 million, 2 million, put in MMM, and the next week it crashed. So ask yourself, why exactly do I want this loan or grant? Do I want to use it to show off to that girl that, oh, I have money, so maybe I get the loan, I quickly go and buy car or buy iPhone 11. Yes, you say, hey, but people are doing these things every day. People take loans and use it for the wrong things. So be truthful to yourself, because as an entrepreneur, that's the first criteria for success for me. You have to be truthful to yourself. What are your motivations? What exactly do you want to do with funds? Why do you want to even do the business? Second thing is, you have to decide what type do you want. Is it loan? Is it grant? I mean, sometimes it's hard to get grants, right? Because you apply, then there's a long process. Sometimes it's hard to get loans because they ask for all sorts. Sometimes they ask for your head and your leg just because they want to give you X amount of money. So decide what type of loan or grant you want and figure out which is right for you at this time of your business. The beauty about business is the thing you need today might not be the thing you need 3 weeks from now. So you have to figure out what exactly or why exactly do you want the loan and which one suits you. Then find out if you qualify at all. I remember when, and even in my life now, when we hear people pitch, we say pitch to us. And it's obvious you don't do your research on what we are looking for. How can you come to me? You know very well that I'm looking for tech-enabled businesses. And then I'm trying to think of a business that somebody that is not so tech-enabled. You come to me and say you want to sell recharge cards. Well, that's a bit tech. But you get my point. I'm going to look at you like, this person is not serious, right? You need to do your homework. What exactly is this person willing to fund? What exactly is the criteria? Some people will say, oh, you have to be between 18 to 30 years. Some people will say, oh, you have to live in this region. You cannot sit down here and apply for a grant in the US. A grant for people, citizens of the US, you most likely don't win it. See, no matter the kind of prayer you pray and shikabash, it will not happen. So know the eligibility criteria and understand it. The fourth thing is gather your documents. One of the very easiest way to do that is open the application form, make note of the things that they ask for, go back, collate everything. Your documents are important because for a bank, they might ask you for your CAC certificate. Is it where you want to go get the loan that you now start looking for your CAC certificate? So start compiling those documents. Have a business plan. It amazes me when I see people say, hey, I see people offer entrepreneurs that I work with say, okay, I'll write business plan for you for 25K or 10,000. Guy, that's rubbish. Nobody's going to write an in-depth business plan for you for 10,000 naira. Take it from me. I always tell people, write your business plan. I know the financial part might be very, very difficult because that's the place you always need someone to consult with and can be very interesting. But write your business plan yourself because it's a journey. It helps you understand the business. It helps you do your research. It gives you a picture of what you're trying to build. And you find out that for anybody here that has worked with me, you will know that what you start out when writing your business plan is most likely what you end up with when you finish your business plan. You find your business has transformed. So please, for goodness sake, write your business plan. Or simply use a business model canvas. How many of you have heard of a business model canvas? If you've not heard of it, Google is your best friend. And I say it literally. There are so many things I don't know, and when people are talking about it, what do? I Google. Go on Google and search. You will find templates for a business model canvas and how to use it. A business model canvas is like a summarized business plan. It just gives you like perspective on what your business plan will look like. The fifth thing will be understand different types of loans and be clear on what the grant or loan will be used for. Sometimes your business might require maybe your business needs 5 million, but the grant or the loan you can get is 2 million naira. You have to be sure of what that 2 million can do for you, right? Are you using it to purchase a manufacturing equipment? Are you using it for marketing? You have to be clear on these things because they will still ask you. And where you cannot answer what you're going to use the funds for, you probably will not get that loan. The sixth thing will be know your numbers. Please, don't pitch to anybody or don't apply anywhere if you don't know your numbers. If you don't know how much, sometimes it's a projection, but you should know sometimes how much you expect to earn in 5 years. You should know when the business is supposed to get to profitability. It's all estimations, but know your numbers. You should know your target market size. You should know your total addressable market. Those little things are what are the difference between you winning a grant or getting a loan or not. So when I hear people say, my market is everybody, I'm like, your market can never be everybody. Is pure water for everybody? Why is it not for everybody? The rich don't drink pure water. But pure water is necessary. I mean, water is necessary for life, right? So why is it not for everybody? Packaging, bottling. So you see, you get my point. You have to know your numbers. You have to have done your research on your business. The seventh thing is, and this is concerning loans, is know your capacity for collateral. So if you say, okay, I want to get a loan because these people are offering to give me 5 million at 2% interest, do you have the collateral for it? Because most times, I know that the CBN has worked on reducing, interest rates and all, but they always ask for collateral. I see people that lose their father's land in the village because of loans. Do you have the capacity for the collateral? Can you take, because business is, the truth is a lot of people will fail in business. And I'm going to tell you something that most people will not tell you. I tell people, don't start a business, go and work for somebody first. It's counterintuitive, but that's the truth. The experience you need to grow your business, you probably learn it easily by working for somebody or interning for somebody. So, know if you have the capacity for the collateral. Number 8, same slide. Understand that what the loan will cost you. So, you know that getting a loan of just 5 million doesn't mean you're going to pay 5 million back, right? At the end of the day, after 2 years, probably be paying 100% more than you got. So understand and figure out if you have the capacity to pay back that money in 2 years. Knowing that the money you took might not be the same money you're going to, will not be the same money you're going to pay back. You're going to pay it on interest, monthly interest. So when they say 2%, don't just calculate and say, 2% of 5 million is X. It's always it's a monthly interest. So understand that what it will cost you and if you can pay that back. And then number 9, research your options. Ask yourself, do I really need to take that loan? Do I need to apply for that grant? Can I bootstrap it? Who knows what bootstrapping is? Can I get money from FFF, friends, family, and fools? There are people that will give you money if you just ask for it. Yes. It sounds wrong, but yes. There are family members, that 10 naira, that 20 naira, can you use it to grow a business in a sustainable manner, right? See, I always tell people the most impactful entrepreneurs are not the ones that have the huge buildings with 50 cars, wearing t-shirts, looking so good. Sometimes the businesses that are really doing very well are quiet. They have that small, I've seen people doing numbers, like serious numbers. There's a friend of mine that's doing serious numbers. He has a fish pond in his backyard. But the amount of money this guy makes, I don't think I'll be able to make that money. Okay, I'll make that money in Jesus' name. But yes, he makes so much money. But if you see him outside, you will never tell. You can never know. Those are people to me, that's the best way to run your business. So that you don't have stress. Lagos State doesn't come knocking on your front yard, all those things. You get the gist. So yeah, research your options and build a great team and relationships before you apply for these grants. Because even if or when you get the grants, you have to start running your business, right? You will need people to help you run your business. I tell entrepreneurs, you cannot do it on your own. No. You will die young if you try it. It's reality. With the way Nigeria is set up, with the way Africa is set up, you need a team or you need somebody to fall back on. Start building your team at the foundational level, not when you have the money or when the business has grown. Start building those loyal team members, because the biggest problem with running businesses in Nigeria is attrition, losing people. And you cannot blame them. Everybody wants bigger pay. Everybody wants better opportunities. So I don't blame people for leaving. So start building that core team now before you apply for your loan or grants, so that when the money comes, we will not hear a story. So this is the most important part of everything I'm going to say today. What are the attributes I said attributes of winning pitch, because literally when you're applying for a loan or you're applying for a grant, you're pitching to whoever is going to be reviewing. The first thing is feasibility. Does the business even make sense? Right? You cannot say, oh, my business is going to be running during the rainy season in Plateau State. I want to be selling ice. It doesn't add up, right? It doesn't make sense. Is it original? Is it unique? So yes, you can have similar businesses, but you can be very, very unique and different. Customer service, packaging. So figure out what makes you unique, what makes you different, what makes it feasible. Then, is there a market opportunity? Like, are there people that will actually buy the products or service? I tell entrepreneurs, the problem you're trying to solve should not be the problem as you see it. It should be the problem as the customer sees it. So will people actually buy this product or service? Is there a sizable amount of market to buy it? So if I bring a Gucci shoe here of $10,000, maybe Wale can buy it, but can you buy it? $10,000 Gucci shoe if I'm selling, will you buy? So no, Wale will buy it. So one person can buy it here, but that's not a huge market, right? Do you see what I'm saying? There has to be a huge market that can make your business profitable at the end of the day. You must have financial understanding. You know how I said you must know your numbers, right? I need to know that if I give you this money now, it will not just fizzle out. You won't just blow it. You will actually use the money for something smart. You will actually invest in the business. You know the difference between profit and loss. You know the cost of production. So if I give you this money, you know how much you will spend producing the products. You will know because you know how much you spend producing the products, you know how much to price the final products or service so that you make a profit. We need to know that you know the numbers. Is it scalable? Can I replicate this business that I'm doing here in Iganmu? Can I replicate it in Yanokbaja? Can I replicate it in Ogun State? Because at the end of the day, these people that give you funds or grants, in quotes, investors, want to make some money back or want to see that you're doing well. Can you scale the business across communities? Ask yourself that. Then we want to see your leadership and entrepreneurial skills. I tell people that people invest not in the business but in people. So you need to rethink it. I tell people this thing a lot. We are investing in you and not the business. You know why? You're the only one that has the vision for your business. You're the only one that knows where that business ought to go or where you want the business to go. You're the one that will still form the team. You're the one that will pivot if something is wrong. The investor, will not come and do it for you. So I'm actually taking a gamble on you and not the business. So I must see that you have that grit. I must see that you have a clear understanding of what you need to make the business succeed. I must see that you can assemble the right team to make the business successful. So you must display some sort of leadership or entrepreneurial skill. One of the ways you can do it is write in your application, write that. See, things as little as, oh, I was the choir director, and we did X number of concerts under my leadership. It displays leadership. It sounds foolish, right? But to me, that could be the deciding factor between giving you money or not. Things like I was the class prefect. I'm not saying right class prefect, but you get the gist. Like, oh, I organized my community and we cleared the gutter. That's leadership. That's actually, so you need to display that you have some sort of leadership and entrepreneurial skill. And then the last thing is business growth potential. But in respect to the SDG goals, now everybody is woke, in quotes. We want you to do businesses that would either impact the environment or impact people. So we want to see how many jobs will your business create down the line. Because the truth is, the more people that work, the more prosperity grows, right? And do you know that the more people work, the more businesses begin to open up? I'll tell you why. After I work 2-3 years with somebody, 50% of people want to go and start their business. And they'll create, and if their business are successful, they employ more people. Those people, it's like a chain reaction. So we want to see how many jobs your businesses can create, directly or indirectly. We want to see how you're impacting the environment. Are you going to make the sea dirty, or are you helping us mop up? You know, what are you doing to help us impact the environment positively? So I guess those are the attributes of a winning application. And one of the things I do is, as I close, is I always give advice. I tell people that you have all it takes to succeed. Man, Niger guys, you guys are something else. Everywhere I've gone, I was in Egypt in November or December. I was in about 2-3 countries in early this month, and I see Nigerians thriving. You guys have it. You guys have all it takes to succeed. So don't let the environment, don't let the government policies make you feel like, oh, I'm useless. You just need to dig in and find the right business to do and find the right things to do. Secondly, entrepreneurship is not linear. See, there will be a lot of lows. In short, some people will have more lows than highs. But when you get that high, you will get it. So don't give up. Keep on pushing. And the third thing is why you should keep your eye on the competition. I tell people that a strategy based on your competition is not a strategy at all. Find creative ways to make your business more attractive to your customers. And lastly, just keep going. Keep going, because your future self will be proud. Thank you.